regardless of uniform, every single one of you is a unique individual. And the uniform doesn't change it. That makes it easier for the teacher to concentrate on education rather than dress code, which it's impossible to really police that. And I said you can have your desired clothes and your individuality after 3 p.m. on weekends, on holidays, and after you are 18. Because you go to school for one single reason, to improve your mind. And about 15 years ago, I was lecturing at the local high school, and I'm heading to the high school, and in front of me were 3 young men. Now, that is really my pet peeve. I cannot stand baggy pants. And I don't see why any normal human being. These baggy pants, the crotch was the height of the knee. And they were holding the pants up with one hand, and the bottoms were cleaning the whole way as they were walking in front of me when one of the kids dropped a book. And he had the audacity to bend it down. I saw places where the sun never shines. I was so embarrassed. I have been lecturing for 21 years. I have never ever seen that in any school. Actually, I was practically moved because he did not wear any underwear on the music.
Oh.
And I got moved in my own school, and then I got mad because I was paying for part of the school education. So I went up to the teacher and I said to the teacher, what happened? I said, these 3 young boys, they're all bums and drug addicts, because nobody would want to look like that unless they were concerned about nothing more but getting high on some drugs. So he told me, no, you are wrong. These are one of my best students in class. Wow. And they have never used any drugs. I was absolutely shocked. But I realized one thing, and I still don't like any of this style, that even though I don't like this style and I don't like this guy with a ponytail there, even then I have to get to know the person and judge each person on their merit. So, since then, I am not saying I'm liking these things, but I'm making an effort to judge each person on their merit and maybe eliminate prejudice from my life, one person at a time. Do you have enough material for you?
How do you think we as like a group can work to it? Do you think it's individual, or do
you cannot, the minute you pass a law, and there are plenty of laws against discrimination, but I don't think they really work that well, because discrimination happens on one-to-one basis. It's not always a law that has been broken. You don't like somebody because maybe they look different, and then you don't want to sit with them at lunchtime. How on earth are you going to, the law is going to help that person who doesn't have a friend sitting? They cannot force you to become friends with anybody. But on the other hand, I think in schools, particularly elementary, junior high, and high school, what I tell kids, if somebody is ostracized or bullied, the rest of you have a responsibility. Stand with the kid who is being picked up. And the moment you're going to stand with that person, the bullies will go away. Now, why we have bullies, that's another big problem. They probably grow up in homes where they get no respect, no love, and everybody's yelling at everybody else. So you learn it at home. Prejudice and bullying and discrimination starts in every home, just like in Reiner's home. That's what he learned as a kid, that he was better than anybody, and the Jews and those people were miserable. For him to unlearn that on his own, that I didn't quite get all the information how he did that. I think I understand it, but if you imagine not a host type family, but just a family that's a little bit less prominent that does the same thing. What does it do to the child? They go to school with what they have learned at home, and they are going to pick on other kids. They are already creating problems. But we cannot change the world by putting everybody in an incubator and raising them without a family. So that is why it's a big problem. So you can pass all the laws, and the laws are good if there are big cases, but it does not protect on one-to-one basis discrimination, because discrimination is in every human mind. We all have our likes and dislikes, and if we just are aware that we don't really know this person just because they look a little bit different, I don't think we should reserve judgment. Judging somebody after we don't like them, how they act, that's perfectly okay. Because then you don't like their action, not some silly preconceived idea. And we have the right to like certain people if they behave well and they are decent human beings, and dislike them if they don't. All right.